Excellent Sunday, as am I. As am I. As always, I always have a good day. I don't care how my day is going. If I'm above ground, if I have my freedom, I'm alive, I'm here, I'm doing well. What's good, money getters? Come on in. Come on in. We have a very exciting, action packed live tonight. I have lots of great tips that I'm going to give you tonight. We're going to be diving, taking a deep dive into the mommy sector. And that means we're going to be all up in Peach McIntyre's algorithm, all up in Tiana Badhur's. Uh, who else we got? We got Melanie Renee. We got Yo, that's Erica, aka My Crazy Life. We're just going to deep dive into all of the mommy bloggers, even Millionaire Mommy. We'll talk about her too. And we're going to be talking about how they have been able to become so successful, how they have been able to amass millions of followers and gain an astronomical amount of support. Like when we talk about Peach McIntyre, it's like she's not even a part of the mommy blogger sector anymore. She just has her own algorithm, right? So let's get into that tonight. And hold on. I forgot y'all. I forgot to put us on do not disturb, honey, because I do not want any interruptions during this live. I hate when I get started with a live and I start getting all of these phone calls and text messages and all of that. So before we get into it, let me welcome who's in my chat. Make sure you're saying hello. Make sure you're hitting that like button for me. You know, it's just customary to come on in and say hello when you come to a Mommy Money Getter live. We don't do all that hiding in the bushes stuff. Say hi, speak, okay? Like you got some home training, okay? If you don't, it's still good. Just, you know, stay tuned to the show because, like I said, if you are a content creator, if you just are interested in how these mommy creators are able to become successful. If you just like hearing me talk, thank you for joining. You're here for a good show. I'm gonna let you know right now. Excuse me. I feel like I'm coming down with something, guys. I'm gonna let you know right now, right off the bat. Okay. If you're a troll, tonight is not going to be your night. We're reporting you and we're getting your butt out of here. So I don't really need a moderator anyway. I got this. For those of you who are watching no longer in the chat, just report the frequent offenders. Don't let them ruffle your feathers. That's what they're here to do. They want you to miss out on all this good info that I have to give you tonight. Don't let them do it. Okay? We're going to make sure that the likes match the looky-loo. So I should see 16 likes because I have 16 people in the chat. And I don't want to make it a whole thing where I'm constantly reminding you tonight. So please just do your biggest one. Let's have a good night. Let's get me past 20 likes tonight. I'm telling you, the tips I'm going to be giving you is going to be well worth it. Now, how was your weekend? My weekend went pretty well. If you watched my live yesterday, you know that I've been super busy. So busy, I haven't really been going live on YouTube or really posting content because I just haven't had the time. But yesterday I did some running around, but I pretty much stayed home all weekend, which I never have been one to really do that. I don't like to stay home on the weekends, but when you live the life I live, when you have children, when you're just so busy, it's like everything is done during the week, right? And the only time that we really get a chance to just enjoy time off is if they're off school. So, and we can do whatever that week. So, but other than that, I stayed home today and I did something that I haven't been doing in Let me stop shaking the table. That I haven't been doing in a long time. I cooked 2 meals today. I made some enchiladas. I haven't even touched them. They just came out the oven. And I made ground turkey enchiladas. And I also made some roast beef so that we can have that for the next couple of days. I'm tired of eating out. I'm tired of eating out. I want to get back to eating clean. But for now, my main goal is for us to eat at home. So that's one thing that I did. And also, I went back and forth. I went back and forth with getting the Jordans, the Wolf Grays. I just bought a pair of fives back in October, I think it was. So I was like, I wavered on it. And when I thought, okay, I'm going to go get the Wolf Grays, they were all sold out. So let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Jordan fan. If you got the Wolf Grays, let me know so I can be like mad at you about it. Let me know if you didn't care. Put a 2 if you didn't care. You're not a Jordan fan. And let me know if you did care and you didn't get to get them. Put a 3 in the chat. So yeah, that's what my weekend was all about. I'm also trying to refrain from spending so much money. So I'm glad that they weren't there. But I have a concert to go to. So I was kind of like, do I want to, stun on these R&B streets with these older people, with the, grown and sexy crowd? Do I want to stun on them with some Jordans? Or I also have it in my mind that I'm going to wear like a denim dress with some combat boots and a cute little crossbody. So I don't know. We'll see. You know what? It's like that. I used to buy the AJ1s only. I always bought my children Jordans. And, when I was married, I would buy my husband Jordans. But for myself, I was just more like an Air Max girly. And before that, just like, I don't know, whatever I saw that looked cute. But it didn't necessarily have to be a pair of Jordans. Now I feel like all my tennis shoes have to be Jordans. Right? So, and I don't know. But I don't want like a pair of 4s in every color. I'm cool, and I don't want all of the numbers. I just want the retros, maybe like 1s, 3s, 5s. I don't know. It has to really be right. Those 9.5s are pressure for real, and the Air Max 1s too. Those don't sleep. The Air Max 1s are pretty dope too. But I've always been a tennis shoe girly since I was in high school. When I would work my summer jobs, I would hit them school streets with the newest tennis shoes. And I used to love people say, oh, your shoes are hard, your shoes are tight. And I still like that. But yeah, I'm an adult now. So I just try to, temper myself and try to, not spend too much money on things like that. I'm not somebody that's going to buy a pair of Jordans and then build a shrine to them. If I buy some shoes, I'm going to wear them, at least here and there. But I see a lot of you in my chat. Let me see what I got going on in the Chizat. Like I said, please, let's make the likes hit the same amount as the people in the chat, please. Hey, Simply, what's good? Hey, Callie, what's good? Thank you for the jewels, Luke. I appreciate that. Who else? King Ferg, thank you for tuning in. I'm just welcoming everybody in, giving everybody a chance to get in here and catch the vibes for tonight. If you saw the title and if you read the description, you know what tonight's discussion is going to be about. I do have a goal for super chats tonight, and they're set at least $5. So let's make it happen. My goal for the month of March is to go live at least 2 hours a day, every day. If you're a content creator and you want to join in with me, let me know. Let's do this. Let's support one another, because not only will I be going live for 2 hours every day, my goal is also to support at least one content creator. And I want to pick a different content creator every day. But if you guys are not going live, or you're not hitting me up to say, hey, I have my email in my profile, by the way. So you can always hit my email up and say, hey, MMG, I'm going live tonight. If I know that you're going live every day, and um, if it doesn't interfere with your time, could you please come on over um, and support me? And I will. I'll be all up and through your chat. So just let me know, because I want to support you. I want to watch your content. I want to engage. I want to hype you up if you're monetized. Just let me know. Okay. So, anyways, like I was saying, I am setting the goal for tonight for at least 10 super chats. If I hit the 10 super chats, and we got 2 hours to do this, we can do this. You can do at least $5. Money getters, you're the biggest, the flyest, the dopest on the internet. So I already know you got me covered for $5. And if I make it to those 10 super chats tonight, at least $5, I'm going to give away 5 memberships. So let's make it happen. Long Care, happy birthday to you. Thank you for tuning in. And at least if you tune in, you know what? Thanks for your support. I appreciate your support as always. But your girl has got to set some goals, and I have got to have some type of motivation to keep me going, as well as something to inspire you all with. If you're monetized, don't just come live just to do it, just for the sake of doing it. Have a purpose, set your intentions, and those who support you will support you, and those who don't. If you are here in the chat and you're in the live, you're already supporting. So thank you for that. Thank you for at least doing that. Just hit the like button for your girl. At least do that for me. So now that we got those things out of the way, also, I'm reading The Alchemist this week, and I said I would do a review, or maybe I would go live next Sunday, which will be the 8th. So if you already have this book, or if you already read this book, perhaps you may want to brush up on it. Or I got my copy from Amazon. If you have Amazon Plus, or what is it? Yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, you can get it delivered to you the next day. It was only $15. It's a special edition, and we're reading this. It's a good book, I hear. Over 300 million copies have been sold, y'all. So I'm finally reading it. Hey, Jenny, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Let me see. Did I get everything? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, guys. Oh, yes. So another thing that I did tonight, okay, I also pinned the G Tracing RGB ergonomic gaming chairs. I get so many compliments on my gaming chair. It's for streamers, it's for gamers, or if you're like me and you just do everything at your desk. As you can see, I have the desk to match. This chair is normally like $169.99. It's a Walmart exclusive, but you could just click right in this live. It may be over to the side. I'm not sure how you see it. Let me see. Because this is actually, I think, the second time I'm doing a live. So just consider it like this chair is sponsoring this live. If you are monetized, don't sleep. Pick one of your favorite items and start pinning them to your chat, especially if it's an item that you get a lot of compliments on. Every time I go live, someone is asking about this chair. So I said, hey, why not pin the product to the live? That's what YouTube wants us to do anyway. So that if anybody has any questions and they want to learn more about it, then they could go ahead and just click away and go ahead and do that. And let me see, because I want to see if I can see it on my phone. Let me turn my phone down first. Okay. Okay, where is it? I don't see it. Oh, you will see a little shopping bag on the side of the comments. Like if you see, you can see right here, it's a little shopping bag. You see it right there? It's right here. Wait a minute. Yes, this one right here. So that shopping bag next to the dollar sign, if you click on that, that will take you, let's see, click on it, and I'll still stay live, and you can go over to Walmart where this chair is and go ahead and purchase it. I mean, I've had this one for like 3 months. It's a good chair. It's sturdy. It's holding my big butt up. So yeah, get you one. They used to have the chair and desk together. The desk wasn't the same one that I have, but it was something similar. And the chair, and you could get it for a combo. I don't know if that was just a Christmas special, but I do know you can get the desk or the chair separately. And this chair itself is $139.99. Go check that out. But tonight, the channel is being sponsored by the G Tracing RGB ergonomic gaming chair. And it has a massage too, guys. Massage. It massages your back. $139.99. Invest in yourself. And it's so comfortable. It also has like a little, what is it? What would I call it? Like you can put your legs up on it. I do that from time to time. So if you've been gaming for a long time or you've been streaming for a long time, you could put your legs up. So yeah, it's really dope. It's really dope. Worth every penny, especially like I said, I get compliments. And it's something for your chat to look at other than looking at a blank space or just, people get tired. Their eyes get tired. Okay, so we did that. And what else did we miss out on? Okay. Okay, I think that's everything. I don't think I missed anything. So tonight's topic, what makes Peach McIntyre and other mommy bloggers so successful? How are they able to do that? How was Peach McIntyre able to amass all of those followers? She has millions of followers across TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I think those are the three. Oh, and Instagram. Those are the four major platforms that she's on. And no matter what she says, no matter how many attempts you all have made to try to cancel your girl, Peach is still able to keep it going, right? And that's because Peach has the Peach Patch, her supporters. Now, this live is really for content creators and women content creators. But I think that if you stick around, and if you're not a content creator, and perhaps you have designs on becoming one, or if you are a content creator, and perhaps if you haven't decided on what your niche will be, I think this will be an excellent line for you. Because these mommy bloggers, they don't really have a niche. They're in the mommy sector, and they kind of post about whatever they want. And that's really what I'm trying to do now. I did focus on my children at first when I came over to YouTube, but I've always seen myself as a lifestyle blogger. Like I kind of talk about everything on over here. And sometimes my content works, sometimes it doesn't. But I don't think that I could see myself pinning myself down to just one thing. Because if I focus on cooking, like I said, I haven't cooked all month. Maybe I cooked like one little meal. Today I made breakfast. Today I made 2 dinners for this week. Okay. But if I focused on cooking and then I've been busy all month, I wouldn't have had any content for a whole month, right? And then if I focus on my children, I really wouldn't have any content because my girls are teenagers now. They're not little babies. They don't want to perform for YouTube and they don't want to show their face. And it's like a whole thing where they feel like they need to have their rights and, oh, you can't just film me and get out my face, little girls. But they don't mind if it's sometimes, but every day just to get them on camera doing different things, that's not going to happen. Also, a lot of content creators, especially in the mommy sector, perhaps they're married or they keep having babies. I'm having kids and I'm a single mom, so my life is different. I'm retired. I don't work. I'm not, I'm joining committees. I'm doing a lot of different things. So if you come over here, there's no telling what I might post. You might see me going to a concert one day. You might see me going to see the Lakers. You might hear me talking about Peach McIntyre and everybody's business. I may be telling you about Walmart creator. My point is, what I've seen from most of these mommy bloggers is that their content is based on their life. So anything and everything goes for those channels. They're not really focused on one thing, and they're still successful. And I know that when you're a content creator, the main thing is always what's your niche. Focus on your niche, and you get bored with the same thing, the same old every day. I know I do. So, hey M3, thanks for joining. How are you doing today? Hey, Niche, what's good? I hope you're doing good today. Thank you for the floating hearts. I appreciate you guys for the gifts. You can always send gifts too. I think it's free to send gifts, guys. And hit the hearts in the chat as well. It doesn't have to be a super chat. I would love for it to be a super chat, but it doesn't have to be a super chat. Okay. Like I said, Peach has built a community of supporters. And that's what you kind of want to do when you're a content creator. You don't want to just come on here for the sake of coming on here. You want to utilize every aspect of YouTube. You want to be on all the other platforms. I know a lot of creators who say, oh, I'm not on Facebook or I'm not on Instagram, but you should have at least two, I think three, that you post on, because last week I was going viral on TikTok and nowhere else. And I was surprised because I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, but I do post content over on TikTok, but I'm not always over there. I post mostly on Facebook and YouTube, and I do mostly all of my long form content over here. I don't do a lot of long. You can do up to 10-minute videos on TikTok. You can go live on Facebook. You can go live on TikTok, but I never do. I only go live over here on YouTube, but I do post content over there, and I post content intermittently on Instagram and what is it? What is that one called? Lemonade. And that's just like content, like shorts, pictures, things like that. It's not really content that I created specifically for those channels. If I have something and I can post it over there really quick and it's not too much hassle, then I'll post it over there, right? So yeah. Don't care says I think that's what she says. She has no idea how so many people are sub to Peach. I do see a lot of repetitive content. Some people have a lot of repetitive content, and I think like Peach, it seems like she has a notebook, and it's like, okay, this month I'm going in on my mom. It's March, time to go in on Wood. It's September, time to go in on my siblings. It's April, time to pick on another content creator and get into a YouTube beef or internet beef with another content creator. It's like wash, rinse, wash, repeat, or wash, rinse, whatever. And I think what she's really trying to do is get new followers when she does that, or she's trying to strike a fire under her old followers. Because after a while, people are tired of it. Okay, you just said you were going to divorce Wood. Okay. You just said your mama made you take a bath in her dirty bathwater last week. Okay, we're over it. But then if she can, pick a beef with a new person like she did, she picked a beef with practically everybody last year. Like every time you turned around, Peach was in a new beef. And that was getting her a lot of views. It was getting her a lot of new followers. And she doesn't mind pissing off people, which is something else that I noticed with the mommy sector. And I know some of you may cringe at the idea of having to do this, but the successful content creators, and even those in the mommy, you would think, oh, mommy creators, they're so tame. All they're doing is cooking food and carpooling their kids here and there. I mean, what could be exciting about them? Well, some content creators, they don't mind popping out a boob to breastfeed on camera and show everything. And you would think, well, that's normal, that's natural. They are doing it for a reason. There are a lot of weirdos on the internet, a lot of perverts who get off on that. You know, I seen Rose, and I don't even want to describe it because I feel like I'm being too vulgar. And yes, nursing your child is a normal thing to do. And I think that if you can, as a mom, you should nurse your child. But I think that they're doing it specifically to get some type of attention because they know that not all of their viewers are sane individuals. Not all of their viewers are other moms who want tips on how to nurse their child. They know that they got some quacks out there. I saw one woman posting something similar to that content, and you should have saw how many men were in her chat saying, oh, what about your husband? Leave some for your husband. And that was highly inappropriate. If I saw something like that, that was basically sexualizing me feeding my child, I would have took it down immediately. And I would have started to report those people, and I would have banned them from my channel. But that person didn't, because that person wanted to be able to get all those views and get that type of attention. So the mommy sector, they will rage bait you in a heartbeat. I know Millionaire Mommy, she's come up with scripts that her husband was cheating and had another baby on the way. Rose, who is, her channel is Queen of Kings. Oh, she rage baits all day long. That's Erica. I haven't really seen her rage baiting, and she seems to be one of the ones who I think is just doing her. I'm cooking my kids lunch. I'm cooking my husband lunch. I'm decorating. I haven't seen her do anything that I would say is rage baiting, right? I agree. Don't care, don't care. I think that nursing is a bond between mother and daughter, mother and child. And if your child wants to eat and you're in public, you don't want to not feed your child, because you can't tell when you tell your child when to get hungry. You want to make sure that you're feeding them. But to put it all over the net where you can't control who's watching it, and that's exactly how Peach was able to become Peach McIntyre, because she was doing other content. She was doing it, and it wasn't really going anywhere. And that's the thing that a lot of these creators have done. You will see them, in the case of Tiana Bathurst, show her whole labor and delivery experience the whole entire time. Tiana would do things like, and I like her, I think she's a sweet girl, but sometimes I have to scratch my head like, girl, because she's Tiana Bathurst. She's a pregnant girl on the thumbnail, and I don't know if she's married or not, but she's with someone who's from Barbados, I believe, and they have 2 children, and she's pregnant. But she's been picking up her little guy the whole time, and I don't know if it's bothering her or not, but she did have something that led her to go back to the hospital, but she keeps doing it because she wants the chat to say, don't pick up that baby. What are you doing? Don't pick up that baby. They do things like that because they want those negative reactions. They already know it's already a setup before they even post the content. I know if I post, because she could pick up her child without anybody ever knowing. It's her that's editing her videos, right? But she edits the videos in such a way so that when people watch her videos, it evokes emotion. So that's something that if you're a content creator, you have to remember. Number one, that you are forming a community of supporters, and 2, that you are evoking emotion, right? When you come on live, you don't want to just post arbitrary content, because you will get an audience for that. But if you want to be successful, you want to be entertaining. And how do you become entertaining? You have to make people laugh. You have to keep people coming back. Some people will come back just to support you. I have supporters that come back, and they come, and if they see me on live, they're going to come. But if I'm not talking about something that they probably want to hear, they may decide to go somewhere else for the most part. My main supporters, they're going to come no matter what I'm talking about. But people who are just, following me because they may like me, if something else is better on, they're going to go over there. So you have to be entertaining and you have to switch it up if you want to be a successful content creator. Now, if you don't care about making money and you just want to come on here and do your 1-2 every now and again, that's fine. But this live is for those people who want to make a cute little coin, for those money getters who want to know how to be successful. That's what I'm talking to tonight. And like I said, the rest of you, thank you for joining. And you don't have to be a mom to benefit from this. But I feel like some moms, and I'm not going to say who, we know who they are. We know who the different content creators are. But some moms, they will even give birth. They will even have another baby because they feel like that's content. We know those content babies. We've seen them. They'll have a baby in a minute and get pregnant in a minute to create a new storyline. It's new content. So, I mean, they'll get diapers from different companies. They'll get different products. They'll get brand deals because they're pregnant. So now this is a whole new thing that I'm doing. And now I have companies who are interested in me promoting their products because I already have a whole heap of followers. So of moms, of other moms. So who else but me to go ahead and run up this bag? Give me those diapers. I'll post them on my page. Give me those bottles. Give me those swings. Give it all to me. I know one content creator, she threw a big baby shower with all these different products that she was giving away. That wasn't for the hell of it. That wasn't from the kindness of her heart. She didn't go into her pocket and do that baby shower. She had companies give her all of those products so that she can give it away to moms who were giving birth soon too. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it was done with intention is the point that I'm making. She wasn't just having a baby shower because she wanted to just be charitable, or perhaps she was, but it gave her the opportunity to also make a coin from it. I'm telling you guys, as we dive deeper into this stuff, you will begin to see that nothing is ever as it seems. If you're a successful content creator, then you're planning your content, and then you're also being very intentional about the content that you produce and that you put out there. Hey, Lachelle. Thank you, Lachelle. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all my supporters who stop by even for a little bit. I appreciate it, but I also appreciate the money getters who love what I do. I hear people from time to time say, oh, you do great content. And sometimes I don't think that my content is all that great, but when I hear things like that, and it helps to encourage me. So thank you for that bit of motivation. Also, let's see. They are consistent. These content creators are very consistent. It doesn't matter if they're getting a lot of views. It doesn't matter if they're getting a small amount of views. They do not care if it's tax time. They're just going to ramp it up. They don't care if it's Christmas time. They don't care if it's back to school and people are busy. They don't care if it's summer and people are not watching as much TV as they used to. YouTube is the platform that garners the most viewers. So if YouTube is getting the most viewers and you are a YouTuber, and every content creator should have a YouTube page. You shouldn't just be posting shorts on TikTok and on YouTube. On Facebook. Put a few shorts together and make it about 8 minutes, right? And come on over here to YouTube, because YouTube is going to pay when everybody else doesn't. When you're running low everywhere else, YouTube is still going to be the place where you get the most money, right? But these mommy creators, they don't stop. They do not stop. Like I said, they'll have a baby. They'll do a fake divorce. Peach does that all the time. She knows She knows people love for her to do the I'm divorcing Wood type of content. She knows her audience loves the drama of it all. If she says she thinks Wood is cheating, oh, she's gonna get a whole new set of supporters because they want to think the worst of Wood. And Wood, he's so oblivious. He just don't care. Just go out there and make the money. Say whatever you got to say. Do whatever you got to do. And Peach will do it. Peach will show show condoms, even if her daughter's in the car. She don't care. I'm divorcing my husband this week. The last big fiasco was paying her husband's child support. She went viral everywhere. Probably made back the money that she paid in the child support. She don't care. Look, I'm going to pay his child support and I'm going to make content surrounding me paying his child support. I'm going to go viral. And it's all new content. It's all kicks and giggles. They're laughing in the background. Like, everybody, they were going to pay that child support anyway. Wood was probably on his way to the big house if he didn't hurry up and pay it. He probably lost his his license and everything. So they probably were going to pay it anyway. And they probably had to go, okay, after I make this money, you need to watch these kids because I'm about to go out here and get it. And he probably be like, go get it. Do whatever you got to do. Do whatever it takes. We got 9 kids. You better go make that money. So, yeah, but they're consistent. Thank you, Antonice. What's good? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, 3Z, for being in the background. I know you got work tomorrow, so I thank you for staying up with me and listening while you clean up and get ready. Thank you to all the moms. Shout out to every mom that's on here because I already know you got work in the morning, you got kids to drop off at school, you got a husband that's probably laying next to you like, what are you watching? Turn that off, or whatever else you got going on. Thank you for saying, you know what, be quiet. Let me support MMG. And husbands, if you're listening and you're supporting me too, via your wife, shout outs to you. You know what? A lot of people don't like her, don't care, but she's found an audience in the younger crowd. Even the people that love to hate her are her supporters because they're the ones that get people to view her the most. She has, I don't know how many reaction channels that do nothing else but talk about her, and they're making good money. When I became monetized, I did so talking about Peach. I'm not ashamed to say it. But I got on here, started talking about Peach amongst my other content. I had other content that was doing well at the same time too. But honey, when I tell you people love to hate her, they just as many supporters as that woman has. I believe she has people who can't stand her, and they go back and forth. This is what you did for your birthday. Happy birthday again to don't care money getters. Listen, do I have a birthday? I think I have did I make a birthday? I thought I made a birthday emoji. Anyway, I'm gonna give you some dollar signs, girlfriend. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm telling you, Antonice, I'm telling you. She said I'm about to make some content on her, and I'm trying to get my hours up. But listen, here's the thing, and that's kind of why I'm doing it tonight. I said, you know what? I'm monetizing. Once you become monetized, you want to stay monetized, so you got to keep your audience entertained. And I say, you know what? Let me throw a little something together. Let me include these mommy content creators. You got to make it work for your channel. And with me, I'm already doing mommy money getter content. Over here, it's all about getting to the bag, and we're going to get to the bag by all means. We're going to do it in a way that feels comfortable to us. We're going to do it in a way that, right, absolutely. We're going to do it in a way that we can live with, because after you get monetized, you got to stay monetized. And if you get a bunch of people over who hate Peach or who love to hate Peach, then you're going to have to keep that type of content going. right? And I just keep bumping this chair, because I have the my phone right here. But yes, there's other nice content creators, but they're boring sometimes. People want, like I said, people watch YouTube the most out of anything. Think about Zeus. Think about the Shade Room, how successful that type of content is. Love and hip hop. Everything has an audience. And sometimes we may not agree with it or it may not be our cup of tea, but Peach reaches out to the sector that watches the love and hip hop. I used to be a huge fan of love and hip hop in about 2011, 2012, especially when they got Jocelyn Hernandez on there, honey. That was my guilty pleasure. I loved me some Jocelyn Hernandez. Hey, maid. I see you got your maid costume on like you always do. That was my favorite. Still, I think I did a video with my grandbaby talking about, hey, maid. One of my favorite lines ever on anything. I love it. And then I loved, what's her name? New York from Flavor of Love. There's people who like that type of stuff. And although we're growing older and we're getting more mature and we're turning our nose up at it, there is an audience who is still into that, and Real Housewives of Atlanta used to be my thing too, but I think it's getting old. And then, like I said, most of us, we're not watching TV anymore. We're watching YouTube. So who's going to replace the Love and Hip Hops? Who's going to replace the Real Housewives of Atlanta and that type of content, the Flavor of Love? Is going to be the Peach McIntyres, right? We're talking about her right now, right? And there's so many people that are doing commentary on her right now that they can just talk about Peach every day. And like I said, make a cool coin, right? And I don't think the other mommy creators, except for that Rose Miller, honey, I don't think I don't think no one makes the internet matter than Rose. And Rose's husband, what's his name? Brett. He been with all her shenanigans too. And I'm seeing that millionaire mommy, her husband be with all of her. Once they see their wives start to make this money, then they be with it. I'm thinking about going to get me a husband for real. I'm just kidding. But if you have a husband and you have a lot of kids, that works. If your husband is into it. And like I said, most of the time, the mommy sector, they do well when they have a large amount of kids, when they have a husband, and when they are rage baiters. And when I say rage baiters, I mean they give personal content too. They let you in a little bit. They let you see. I don't let you guys in all that much. I'll say things here and there, but I think the most I've ever talked about was my dating life. And I think my LCIS journey, which I still got to upload that content for my members only. Because if you're not a real big step in money getter, you're not seeing that content unless somebody else shows you. But I haven't really gotten on here. I did it a little bit, saying a little bit about my family, just a little bit, but that was intentional too. Like if I come on here and say anything, like I said, if you're a content creator, it should always be intentional. It should never be by chance. It should always be, okay, this is the direction I'm going, and you should expect whatever response you get, you should respect it. I think the only time I got a lot of pushback was when I was doing a lot of Peach content and the audience didn't like that I said that I felt where she was coming from when it was all that empty little tummy business. Honey, when I tell you from that one video, I started getting unfollows. Oh, they told me I thought I was better than people. They were mad as hell because I said I wouldn't want somebody giving my kid an empty little tummy bag. I don't give a F. I come from proud Black people. We can't say we hungry. My grandma will push your lips up so quick. You eat when I give it to you. You don't go out there acting like I don't feed you. So, yes. Hey, Ann, thanks for tuning in. Hey, yo, baby, what's good? Um, I see a lot of a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces. Thank you guys for tuning in. And like I said, if I put Peach on the thumbnail, people coming to see what we're talking about. And that's just the way it is. Now, that's another thing though. With the mommy sector, what I've noticed is they basically focus on their own lives. Here and there, except for Peach. Peach is gonna throw everything. Anything that she thinks is gonna piss somebody off that day, that's pretty much what she's gonna do. She'd put out a little positive content to make you think she's human, right? And just when you think she's human, she's gonna sweep the rug right from up under you and show you, gotcha. She's gonna be like, gotcha, and she's going to be antagonizing and all that jazz. You always do, Lachelle? Thank you. I know I was saying that earlier that I have a lot of people who come over here and it doesn't matter what I put, they're going to support me. And I love you guys for that. I love you guys for that. I appreciate you, Lachelle and M3. I appreciate all the money getters who are subscribers to the channel. You guys all are important and you guys are the glue and the foundation that holds me together and keeps me coming back. But I also know that I have those fly by night money getters who, if they see someone else's live and they like what they're saying a little bit better, they're not going to come over here and watch me unless it's something specific that I'm talking about. And I don't mind, I'm still community building. And this is for those of you who are not yet monetized and who are monetized. Community building is the one thing that I've noticed that these people have. They have community building, they have communities, they have supporters. That's Erica. She's a mommy blogger that I follow on Facebook, but I think she has a YouTube channel as well. But she decided to sell t-shirts during the holidays and they sold out. She had a book. She was just running up the sales. And that's because she has supporters. You don't need a million followers to have the type of support that you need. You just need to have consistent supporters. And this is what I want you all to walk away with. You don't need a niche. You don't need to focus on one thing. As a woman, you are multifaceted anyway. We got our hair, we got our nails, we're gonna cook, we're dating, we're married, we got children. We have so much to talk about anyway, and we can reach audiences with so many different forms or pieces of content. We don't have to focus on one thing, right? And we can reach our communities through a variety of ways. We don't have to be negative. We don't have to pop our boobs out. We don't have to tell all our business. But those are just some of the ways that we can get our communities. And I don't know if that's necessarily the type of community you want, right? Because it's not as consistent. I think with someone like a Melanie Renee, she has a consistent community. She's been on the cover of, I think, what has she been on? The New York Times did a piece on her. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's a big newspaper that just did a story on her. She has brand deals with Walmart. She has brand deals with Stouffer's. I mean, she doesn't have to come on YouTube or whatever else every single day. She puts content out regularly and consistently, but she doesn't have to come on all day long and do battles like Peach is doing right now. She's been on TikTok. She said she was going to be on there for 3 days straight. She wasn't going to go to sleep. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that. And most other content creators, if you go to their pages and look at a Melanie Renee, if you go to My Crazy Life, that's Erica, or Tiana Bathurst, if you go to their pages, they have their main video of the day and they may have a few shorts that day, but they're not on these platforms all day, every day. It looks like to me, and like I said, everything is intentional. So living their life is a part of the content, and their content is based on their life. So it goes hand in hand. So if I'm like, for me, for instance, I'll plan, okay, today I'm going to do a day in the life or my life as a mom of three teenagers, right? So I already have it planned. Okay, I'm going to show me getting dressed. I'm going to show me having coffee, show me reading my Bible. I'm going to show me doing X, Y, and Z. Or sometimes I might even say, well, today, girls, let's go do skincare hauls at Target. Or let's go get our nails done. Especially when I first got onto YouTube, my kids would even say, Mom, we can use this as content. That's when they were still interested in doing it with me. And a lot of times I would say, okay, let's go do a Dollar Tree haul. I already know that I don't need anything from Dollar Tree. I'm just really doing it for content. A lot of times I go to Walmart. I haven't been doing it as much, but a lot of times when I go to Walmart, I'm specifically doing a video for content. And a lot of them do that. A lot of what you see is content. It's not really their lives. And I think that's what you have to kind of consider when you're a content creator. What do I want to show? And when you have a plan, and your plan starts with you getting you a little book or something like that, getting you some type of digital or electronic device, and sitting down every week and saying, this is how I want my content to go. If you wake up every day and you don't know what you're doing, then it's going to be harder to get content out. It's going to be harder to connect with your audience because they can tell that you're just throwing things at the wall. With me, I know that I want to go live every day for the next 30 days. And I also know the type of content that I want to do when I go live and what I want to present to you all. So it won't just be, okay, let me just go live and just talk about whatever. No, it's going to be very intentional because you guys don't want to just come over here and see me just talking about whatever. Sometimes I can get away with that. But if I come on here every day and I'm not talking about, I'm just shooting the SHIT, you guys are going to notice and you're going to be like, okay, whatever. So, like I said, come up with a plan. You should have your content plan for the month. And of course, you may change your mind about certain things, or you may see that something is working really well and you may double up on that. And check out your analytics. These people know, like I said, they know what's going to get their supporters in the tizzy, what's going to get the views. They're not just pumping out content hoping that it sticks. They know. They already know. If you're a successful content creator, you already know. I already know what's going to get TikTok views. I already know. I already know if I say certain things, I'm going to go viral on Facebook. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I already know which lives are going to do well. I already know how I have to come on here and present myself. I already know. And you should already know that as well if you're a content creator. Don't think that you can just show up and that people are going to come watch you if you don't have a game plan. And if you're not looking at your analytics and seeing what's working for you already. And I'm sure, even if you have a small following, there are videos that you already have that do better than others. There are topics that you discuss on your lives that do better than others. Now, if you come on live at different times, you're going to get a different amount of people to watch you. And you got to know that too. What times am I getting the most people to watch me? For me, I feel like Sunday nights are better for me. During the week, sometimes I might go during the lunch period because people are at work. They got me in their headphones and they're listening, or they're filing papers, or they're on lunch break, whatever, and they're tuned in. So I even know what time to post. Like a lot of times I post in the morning just to get the algorithm going for the day. Because if you're on Facebook, you got to start out in the morning. You got to post those good morning posts, and those same people will start seeing your content later on. If they say good morning to you, oh, they're in. They don't realize it, but they're going to be watching you all day long and all week long. So that's why you do a good morning post. Also, and I say this all the time, if you post on your community wall on Facebook, that's your audience too. Don't think that you're posting and only the people that are subscribed to your channel are seeing it. No, that's a totally different algorithm. If you look at your analytics, you have an algorithm for your shorts, for your long form, for your lives, and you also have an algorithm for your community posts. So make sure you post. I try to post something every day, and I get more likes and comments on my community wall posts, and I'll get uh, 5 or 6 new subscribers from my community wall posts a week. So not only that, that just goes to show you that if you are very consistent at posting on your community wall, you will also be able to sell on your community wall. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. If you have products to sell, if you have lives coming up, promote right there. You can even sell that space. If you have enough people coming to your community wall, start promoting other content creators and charge them. Or if you just have friends that you want to support, post them. Real talk. Good night, Long Care. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Have a happy birthday, darling. Yellow Bella TV says, I think my channel is, I'm going to go to the chat for a little bit and see what you guys are talking about. Ayala Bella says, I think my channel is slow to grow because I have no drama. Probably a bit boring. Well, it's sometimes too, just find different topics to talk about. It doesn't have to be negative. It just has to be entertaining and what people want to see. You can bring all the moms in one video and you will see a big difference in the moms. Thank you, Yellow Bella. Thank you for stopping. I appreciate you for stopping by. Thank you, Mama 3. That's what I try to do as well. Like if you know something, Yellow Bella, I think that people don't realize everyone has knowledge about a topic that not everyone else knows about. One of the things that I got a lot of followers from and a lot of supporters from was from the Walmart affiliate content. When I got on to Walmart affiliate there, I guess there wasn't a lot of content for it. And I said, let me post some videos. Let me show people how to add their products to their Walmart storefront. That video is still one of my best videos. I posted that about 2 years ago. And if I post, and of course, I'm going to be doing a Walmart affiliate content video this week. I think I have it scheduled for me to do tomorrow. I pray to God that I'm not too busy to do my long form videos this week, because last week I didn't get my content done. And I'm trying to just get to the point where I can get that done. But when I post that video, it's going to get a lot of views. And it doesn't even have to get a lot of views on the same day. It's just going to keep going. And that's going to keep my hours going. And that's that evergreen content. So if you have a subject that you are very knowledgeable about, or if you know how to do something, go live and show people. People are always wanting to learn something. You have to realize YouTube is a search engine. It's not just a platform where people come and do podcasts or where people come and they're entertained. It's a search engine. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's still the #1 search engine. So when people, well, I got to put my feet down. I was getting dizzy, y'all. When people come to YouTube a lot of times, and that's the kind of content you want. What you really want is that content that if it's a year old, people are still searching for it. People are still looking you up. That's that evergreen green content that people will continue to watch no matter what. Even if you don't post anything new, you're still getting 100 views from that content. You want all your content to be like that. Even some Peach McIntyre videos that I did them, in September, and they're still getting 40, 50 views a day. I'm telling y'all, as soon as I get my hours back up, I cannot wait to put those videos on private, because this is not a Peach McIntyre channel. So yeah, another thing you want to do is you want to brand yourself. All those channels have a brand. With Tiana, I think she's that family, right? With Yo, that's Erica. She always says, call that man of them kids because it's dinner time. With Peach, she has a peach patch. Melanie Renee, she has her little quips and little sayings. You have to have something that distinguishes you from everybody else so that if they're in the next room, they know that's you talking. And it's something that your audience can connect with, right? For me, it's the money getters. You want to name your audience. You want to have your different slogans that you use so that people are entertained by them. I think that helps a lot too. You want to have like a song, an intro song or something like that, because think about the different TV shows that you watch and when they come on, how excited you get from just hearing the song come on. Like what is it, Power? And one time 50 Cent thought he was going to change the theme song to Power, and his audience went crazy. They was like, if you don't get Trey songs off of that, because he thought in his mind, okay, I'm going to give them something new, blah, blah, blah. The audience was not having it because they were used to hearing, this is a what? A get rich town. Yeah, like when you hear Power coming on, you get excited just from hearing the theme song. So get your theme songs, get your slogans, name your audience if that's something that you feel like you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. Remember, all these are just tips and things that I feel like can work. And you might not necessarily use them all, but I hope you have your pen and your pencil, because when I come on here and give advice, I use it and it's something that works for me. And I feel like it will work for you too. So don't sleep on it, for real. What's good, Lisa? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you for coming on by tonight. Let me go back to my notes. Like I said, they are consistent. They don't allow negativity to stop them. Like I said, Peach had a whole campaign. Y'all almost got her. Y'all almost got her off the net, but y'all wasn't close enough. I think she's getting back those. I think she lost like 15,000 followers on Facebook, and they're starting to come back. I mean, she says she's a relentless roach, and she is. But she doesn't care if people talk about her hair. That's another way she rage bait. She'll come on line with her hair sticking up all over her head, with her lace front lifting up. She'll come on looking like first one thing and then another, because she knows that will get people talking. And she doesn't care if it's negative. She prefers the negative. If she comes on every day being positive, then she's going to get maybe somewhat of a reaction. But for some reason, and I don't know, I hate to think that humanity is like this, but if people are not being negative, it's like they're just not enjoying themselves, right? Why did Tiana come on, post a video and said she had to go pick up her medicine because she had BV? She's pregnant. And of course, she got comments that said, your husband is cheating on you. You just don't want to admit it. She got all types of comments talking about, oh, her husband gave her something. And BV, not trying to do TMI or whatever like this, but we're talking about content and how these mommy bloggers were rage bait. And I believe that she knew, if I said I'm getting medicine for BV, people are not going to care that it's not an STD or that it can come from anything. It can come from being intimate, but it can also just come from any number of things like being pregnant. And the women who are educated and mature, they understand that, but there's going to be somebody, and even people who know and who probably had a BV occurrence themselves, they're going to get in her comments and they're going to start taking jabs at her. Did she have to post that she was picking up her medicine for that? Nope. We wouldn't have known that. That's her HIPAA protected private medical information. She didn't have to post that. She didn't have to post that she was in a hospital, honey. Tiana Bathurst, if you follow her, and her channel, like I said, is That Family. She had the kids in the hospital with her for 2 days, lifting up the baby, and she's already in the hospital because they're checking to make sure the baby is not coming early. She's getting up, all this, so she already knows my audience is going to light into me. But she got a third baby coming. She can't she can't leave anything up for grabs. I need to get my content out here. I need to get these people tuned in. I need to get them mad. I need to get them to talking. So I'm going to use what I got. And that may not be your judge, but some of you want all the smoke. You want all the smoke, and you just don't know how you want to do it. Come up with a way. Like I said, whatever you feel like you want to do that. What's good, Crystal? Look at Crystal coming in with the jewels. I like that. That's the kind of carrying on that I like, Crystal. Money getters, if you are in the chat, please drop some money bags for Crystal coming in with. And I don't get to see my chats. I mean, what came in, and I hate that. Let me see if I can post my other phone. Let me see, because I never get to see which gifts I got. I only see the words, and on my laptop it won't show me, but it's, I just see I got jewels. Thank you. I appreciate it, love. I appreciate you for tuning in. And if you guys are content creators, and you haven't linked up with other content creators, please do so. Don't think that I would be upset about it. If you see other people talking about being a content creator, and go ahead and support them, because we should do that for each other. Hey Lisa, thank you for I see it on my iPhone. I don't know. I thought maybe I could go to thank you, Mama 3, for the floating hearts. Thank you as well, Lisa J, for the floating hearts. I thought maybe I could go to my my app store and update YouTube, but that's not what it is, because I can see the gifts on my iPhone, but I can't see it on my Samsung or my laptop. But I won't belabor that. Yes. Like I was saying, they don't really talk about other people except for Peach. When you're a content creator, focus on you. Try to focus on your channel, because that's what people want to know about anyway. They don't really care to hear you talk about other people. That kind of leaves a bad taste in their mouth, unless it's a very popular creator like Peach. And like I said, Peach has just as many people who love to hate her as she does people who support her. So if you're doing commentary on a Peach, then you can get a good following by just doing commentary on her. But for the most part, if you're a mommy blogger or you're a new creator, stay away from like politics. If I'm on Facebook and I talk about politics, I can go viral real quick if I say certain things, and I don't mean about Trump. I don't think Facebook really pushes when you talk about Trump. They'll kind of like flag your page. But if I talk about something that I know is going to get an adverse reaction from white people and black people or men and women, if I say something like that, I know I'm crossing color lines. I'm crossing, male and female boundaries. If I say things like that, and I've been viral enough to know exactly what I can do to push the line on Facebook. I don't really do it anymore because I just don't like to, but I know how to push a line. And it lasts only momentarily. You might go viral and that piece of content will go viral, but you don't get a lot of supporters from that. You get the supporters when you are genuine, when you are personable, when people can connect with you as a person, as a mom, as a woman. I try to do that over here. I try to do that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I try to be friendly and approachable to everybody. And I really think about the things that I post. I try not to be offensive, although sometimes I'm offending somebody without even trying. but it's never really my goal to do that. If anything, it's to be motivating and inspiring and to help other people, realize success as a content creator. And I'm still growing myself, but because I'm monetized, if I can give you a tip, and because I'm also an affiliate marketer, if I can show you a way to monetize your channel before you actually get monetized on YouTube, I'm going to do that. So I think that's why the people that I have over here, I think that's why they like me, because they know I'm trying to win just as well as you are. Let's win together. That's really my goal. Hey, Nisha Ellis, what's good? Oh, yes, I'm in Pacific time. I thought I put PT, Pacific time. Thank you guys for all the likes. I appreciate you. How many likes do we have? Um, are we at 30? If you didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button for me. We're at 29. Let's get one more like up there. I know somebody didn't hit the like button. Please hit it for me. Um, but yes, what else did I have? Also, don't be afraid to follow trends. If you like to dance, if you like to listen to music, use trending sounds. If you see a challenge that you want to do, a dance, a trending dance that you want to do, and you also don't have to. Like if you just want to use the sound, but you don't want to do the trending dance, I seen Lisa J Stocks today. She used that TikTok, that Ti song. That's I think it's number 44 now. That Let 'Em Know song. I love that song by Ti, and I used it as well on a short before. But I loved how Lisa J Stocks incorporated with the behind the scenes look of what she does over on her channel, and I was like, that's so boss. I mean, I just love the whole vibe of it all, Lisa. You really did your big one with that, and you can do things like that. It doesn't have to always be, like I said, like Lisa. She's into all. I mean, her channel is about stocks and investing in the stock markets, but she had a little fun with it today. She showed how she gets her lives and how she makes her content, and she also showed a behind the scenes of how she looks at the stock market, so that if somebody comes across her page, they hear the song and they like the song, that may make them stop to see what she's talking about, but then they can see that she also talks about stocks on her channel. And then I also like that she has Lisa J Stocks. So off top what's going on over there. You don't have to even think about it. I'm talking about the stock market over here. When you come over here, that's what you're going to see. So it's things like that that can get you an audience and get you and get the people invested in your channel. So don't be afraid to use trending sounds, even if you're not doing the dances that go along with it. Use the trending sounds, and don't be afraid to do the trending topics, because sometimes, depending on what your channel is about, you can kind of incorporate that into your content. So, and I think that's the one thing that you should do. You don't want to go too far right or too left of center, but sometimes you want to, be a little bit, you want to err on the side of caution, but you also want to go ahead and just do a little bit and see what will work for you. Also, they don't let those creators, those mommy creators, they don't let things like trolls in the comments or negative people stop them from coming on. Like, just imagine if I get a lot of troll comments. I get people coming on here, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat. Baby, I know I'm fat and I know I'm still bomb. That's number one. You got to know who you are, and you got to have some level of confidence on here. If you let people tell you who you are, then you're not going to be successful as a content creator. If you let anyone knock you off your square, then it's like you really won't be able to do this. You have to know who you are, and you have to have some level of confidence and security about yourself. And that's pretty much it. So I want to give you guys a top 10 of, if I have 10, I don't know, I forgot to write them down, child. I was busy cooking. What I'm doing right now is I'm staying focused on my content. I am doing a bit of a canvassing on other creators. I study creators like Millionaire Mommy, Peach McIntyre, and all the mommies that you see on the thumbnail. Sorry, my allergies are acting up, but I study all of those creators. That's one thing that I do, to just see what's working for them and see how I can incorporate what's working for them into my channel. I'm also making sure that I do things like get enough sleep, that I'm drinking enough water, and that I'm doing things to keep my health in order so that I can have the stamina to do the content. That's I think something that people don't really realize. You have to have stamina to be a content creator. You can't just wing it. If you're not eating healthy, if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not taking the time to study your analytics and do all of the work that's behind the scenes, it's going to show. It's going to show that you're not really putting any thought into your content. And for some people that may work. Some people can come on here and just wing it. But how successful are they really? How successful are they really? Without a plan, you're just planning to fail. So I think that's something else that I'm working on, like planning my content out. Another thing, like I said, I have a goal of coming on here every day for 2 hours minimum a day, so that I can continue to build my community, because community building is still important to me. Even though I'm already monetized, I want a community. I want a community filled with supporters, so that if you don't see me on here, you need to come looking for me. If you see I'm going live, you're already there. You're there before I'm there. So that's what kind of community that I want. What else am I doing? I'm focusing on my affiliate marketing content as well. That's a big thing for me that I haven't really been doing this year, because I had my health concerns that were taking precedence. I had my birthday, I got my kids, I got my life outside of content that was more important to me at that time. So I wasn't really doing a lot of content for January and February, but I'm back. And I'm back in a real way. So I'll be on here. Let me know in the chat, what are you doing? What are some tips that I didn't talk about during this live that you are doing, if you would like to share? What are some of the things that you're doing as a content creator that have helped you to become successful, or that has helped you to build your community? Let me know in the chat. And also, if you have any questions, now is the time. I don't know if we'll make it to 2 hours tonight. I'm getting a little tongue tied and a little sleepy. I'm just gonna keep it real, but I'll make up for it this week. I promise. So if I don't have any questions, and thank you all for the jewels, for the likes. We did make it to 30 likes in the chat. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. All right, so that's all for tonight, guys. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I'm going to be on tomorrow, but my plan is to be on midday. During the week, I don't really do a lot of evening lives because I have so much going on, but I plan on being on here midday. If I'm able to get all of my long form videos done, I'll be on midday, but I'm definitely going to come live tomorrow. Hey, Miguel, how are you? I'm doing good, but I'm about to wrap it up. Thank you. Have a good night as well. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Get you some sleep, get you some rest, drink you some water, and plan your content. And like I said, do it confidently. I know sometimes it's like, oh, I hear a lot of people say, oh, I don't know what to say, or I don't really want to show my face. Let me tell you something. One thing I've learned, even though I get trolls here and there, for the most part, people are nice. For the most part, people, thank you, Jeannie. Thank you so much. Good night, honey. For the most part, people are kind. For the most part, people are supportive. And even though you get trolls, even though you do get negative pushback here and there, like I said, if you're not coming on here with being overly political or pushing a political agenda, or if you're not being hateful, Like Peach McIntyre, she's hateful in her content. So she draws that to her. That's why she has such a a massive amount of people who hate her, like literally hate her. I don't know how she does it because I wouldn't want people to hate me like that. But because she's so negative, that's what she gets back. If you're not being negative, I don't care what you look like, I don't care how you talk. If you come on here with good intentions, then you're going to get that back. And if you do it repeatedly, people are going to see you and say, oh, look, there's MMG. Oh, look, there's Mama 3. Oh, look, there's Simply or whomever. They're going to say, they're going to want to go and support your channel just because they like you. And I think that's what you want most of all. Is not to be fake or phony, but you want people to like you, like you for being genuine, like you for being personable, like you for just being cool. You don't want to come on here and try to make it a popularity contest, but you also don't want people not liking you because you're just a negative, hateful person either. So with that being said, I'm trying to get this thing underneath me to go down. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Good night, guys.